the machete. You're the one that's going to jail. Dude, this guy's on crack. Chill! Yo, chill, man! Yo, chill, man!
No. Nada.
Mount Fuji is among Japan's best-known landmarks. At its base sits Aokigahara, a thick forest with a long, painful history connected to suicide. Discovering human remains there is not unfamiliar to people who walk its paths. In July 2017, a YouTuber behind the channel Burbex went into the forest alone and discovered something deeply disturbing.
This is just the beginning of the forest. Let's keep moving, see if we can get a bit deeper. I'm only a few meters away from the road right now, but I've already found an abandoned bike. Let's take a look at it. I don't think it's been here a long time. What do we got in here? There's a packet for a knife. Maybe somebody's going out into the woods to slash their wrists. See, there's lots of little caves under the forest floor. And a saucepan. I think I've just found some kind of note in a bag. It says 1211. I think this is somebody's name just here. I'm not sure what this means. Maybe I should take that to the forester station later.
After exiting the woods, Burbex contacted police and reported what he had seen. Investigators later confirmed the items were linked to someone who had died by suicide in that area. Aokigahara has witnessed similar discoveries before, and local officials have introduced measures meant to reduce them. But incidents still occur in spite of those efforts. If you or someone you know is struggling, reaching out to another person can truly matter before it is too late. What do you think should be done to help prevent tragedies like this one? In July 2022, urban explorer Mo Sargi was in the Dominican Republic when he chose to record himself moving through the abandoned sandcastle resort, a place known for dangerous squatters and criminal activity. Mo was alone with only his camera and a flashlight in hand.
I don't know what to expect. I had some weird things happen here the last time, and to be honest, I'm feeling kind of scared.
As he went farther inside the structure, the mood changed fast.
I hear a cat meowing. There's bats everywhere. Hello? I'm hearing some weird cat noises up in this place. I feel like I'm being followed.
Strange sounds started bouncing through the vacant corridors around him. He began hearing odd, unpredictable noises that did not seem like any ordinary animal. Curious, he moved closer to investigate, not realizing someone hidden in the darkness had already noticed him.
Kinda gotta be careful here, because there are... What the fuck is that? Oh, what is that? Hello? Oh, what the f... I don't mean any trouble, bro. He's got a machete. Hey, I don't mean any trouble, man.
Then, from just outside the building, a man shouted in a language Mo could not understand. Mo thought it might be a homeless person and continued while staying alert. But the man did not remain outside.
Okay, oh, he's coming. Yo, man, I don't mean you any harm, bro. Oh, no. Please, yo, dude, why do you... Yo, dude, chill. Dude, chill. Oh, you got the machete. You're the one that's going to jail. Dude, this guy's on crack.
The man came into the building. He seemed to be holding a machete. Mo instantly realized how dangerous the situation had become. The resort's tight hallways and empty rooms gave both men countless places to hide. His only way out was the stairwell, and that was exactly where the danger could be coming from.
He's looking for me. Bro, I don't mean any... Yo, dude, chill. Dude, chill. Oh, okay, I'm keeping my lights off.
Mo switched off his flashlight and became silent, hoping to disappear in the darkness. It failed. Within moments, the man saw him again. What came next was a chase through the building, sharp turns, blocked paths, and at least one near swing from the machete.
Yo! No, chill! Oh, he's on crack! Oh, my leg! Oh, what the f? Where do I go? Oh, no. Dude! Chill! Yo, chill, man! Oh, bro, he's filming a video! Hey, calm down! Oh, shit, he's fast. I need this corner.
Mo dodged and managed to get away, pressing himself into a dark corner to wait. But the man was not finished.
Shit, there he is. Shit. Come on, man. He's pissed. He's pissed. Guys, I can't run anymore. I don't know where he is.
Mo had completely lost sight of him, which made the whole situation even more dangerous. Every hallway, every doorway could become an ambush point. His car was the only escape, but reaching it meant passing through the same area where the man might be waiting. He ran for it anyway.
Okay, so here we go. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go. Whoa! What the f? Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my keys. Okay. I'm out of here.
After one last close call, Mo reached his car and drove off. When the video was posted, viewers began noticing details Mo had not fully understood during the encounter. Many recognized the man as speaking Spanish, seemingly saying the building was his home and asking what Mo was doing there. Some viewers translated what they believed were direct threats, including one connected to the machete in Mo's legs. Because of the man's behavior and aggression, several people thought he may have been under the influence of something at the time. It is difficult to know for certain what that man wanted or whether every moment in the footage happened exactly the way it appeared. Abandoned locations can draw all kinds of people, and not everyone wants visitors nearby. Do you think Mo was truly in danger, or could there be another explanation for what happened? The creator behind the YouTube channel, The Canham's Outdoors, is an outdoor lover who often heads out camping alone. Most of his trips happen without any trouble, but sometimes something unexpected meets him out in the wilderness, and that is exactly what happened during this particular trip uploaded on May 18th, 2025.
Saying that, I just saw someone. Oh no, it's all them rams. I thought it was Labrador. Them rams have come back over there. Just where that sun is. Must be their little spot for the night. Right, I think it's about time to put that hammock up, I think. Stuff it. If someone sees me, they see me, don't they? I'll just move on then.
He chose a solid place to make camp and settled down. The first part of the evening felt calm and quiet, but after darkness arrived, the atmosphere changed. Something about the location stopped feeling peaceful and began feeling wrong.
I can hear something. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a badger or something snooping about. Really strange. I don't know what it is. I'm not liking the feeling of this place. Really spooky. Right guys, I've just finished all that bread. Wow, that's delicious. Just made myself a nice hot chocolate. Keep hearing things. When I walked in here, I could hear a woman sort of talking in the bushes. And I sort of looked round and couldn't see no one. It's really weird. I just heard a big commotion right over there, probably 20 metres away. Don't know what it was. Just don't feel right.
He started hearing noises he could not recognize. He searched around but could not locate the source. At one point, he believed he heard a woman's voice coming from somewhere in the bushes. He checked the area. No one was there. Soon after, a loud disturbance erupted somewhere near his campsite. He had no explanation for it. The sense that something or someone was close would not fade. It only continued to grow. He tried to ignore it, but could not. Eventually, the feeling became too strong to dismiss. He packed his equipment and left. Sounds in the darkness, a voice with no person connected to it. A sudden disturbance, none of it was ever answered. Sometimes the urge to leave a place is the only warning you receive. What do you think was out there that night? March 14th, 2025. Within Georgia's Blood Mountain Wilderness. Beth of Beth's midlife adventure eases into what should be another quiet road night. Her channel often captures slow, calm pieces of solo van life, but this time, the forest carries a different feeling. The stillness, the distance from others, and the sensation of eyes nearby stay with her too long. She had picked a dispersed campsite in the Blood Mountain Wilderness, set between flowing water and silent trees. After several days managing leaks in Louisiana, the spot seemed peaceful, almost like a fresh start. But even places that appear calm can hold discomfort just beyond view.
Today on the Appalachian Trail, and I'm headed to Preacher's Rock, about 2 miles there and back. First time I've ever got a hike on the Appalachian Trail. It's been a dream of mine. I did some hiking on the Pacific Crest Trail, but I've never been to the Appalachian Mountain. Everything is kind of dead right now just because of the season. Some things are starting to bloom, but it's gonna be a good hike. When I am hiking, it's definitely when I do most of my thinking. Just gives me space to clear my head and have movement at the same time. So it's like a healthy way to process things. But I just have a lot on my mind right now. And doing this hike, I think it's a perfect way to kind of process through some of those thoughts. And I'm already breathing heavy. I've been down in the south, down in Louisiana for too long. These Appalachian Mountains are getting me out of breath here. The elevation. I'm used to the Sierra Nevadas on the West Coast, so this is nothing, but it feels like a lot right now. So sad. Do you ever hold your breath on the trail when you pass by people so they don't hear how loud, out of breath you are? I do that. I hold my breath and pretend I'm not dying.
That morning, she hiked the Appalachian Trail toward Preacher's Rock, finally taking a route she had wanted to walk for years. The climb proved tougher than she expected, but it still felt meaningful. What she did not expect was how changed the woods would feel once she got back. The next day at camp.
So something crazy kind of happened today. I was actually sitting in my van. I am pretty deep in the Georgia woods. I'm doing something called dispersed camping out in a wildlife management area where you're allowed to park, like it's public land, certain spots in the woods. I've just been all by myself out here. I'm in this area called Blood Mountain. This car parks behind me and a guy gets out. He literally walks into my campsite, like goes straight up to the creek. And I notice he has a tripod and a camera. I'm like, why is he taking photos right in my campsite? The creek goes the whole way. There's tons of waterfalls. You don't need to come right into my campground. Meanwhile, it's middle of the day, so I do not have my window coverings up. I'm actually sitting up on my bed working on my laptop. Well, then a second gentleman gets out of the car, and I call him a gentleman because he's a little bit older. Okay, like he's going to realize somebody's here because I'm obviously not sitting out. My, as you could see, is like not even 4 feet from the door of my van, yet they're walking in between my fire ring that I have right there that has smoke coming up because I had a fire, and my door. And I see him walk up to my front window where Apollo is sitting in the front seat, and he is looking in the window, waving at Apollo, talking to him. And I'm like, I am right here. I'm right here working. He's right there in my window. It was so uncomfortable. I'm like, okay, he just saw the cat. He's going to move on. But no, then he starts looking into my side window right here, my sliding door window. There's all this wide open space. Like, were they trying to intimidate me? He comes up to the foot of my bed where my window is by my feet and is looking into the window in into my van. I went into fight or flight mode. And guys, I chose fight. Why did I choose fight? And I did something I should not have done. I opened my door. Hindsight, stupidest thing ever. But I went in there like, excuse me, can I help you? No, I cannot help them. No, why did I open my door? I am not gonna take on 2 grown men by myself. That's just not gonna happen. But that was my instinct. I'm disappointed in myself.
2 men drove in behind her van and walked directly into her sight. One set up a tripod within her area while the older man moved toward her windows, peering inside, first through the front, then near the window beside her bed. When Beth opened the door to address him, she immediately felt it was a mistake. He claimed interest in the van build, but the discomfort did not leave with him. That night, sleep came slowly with the encounter lingering in the dark long after the men had left. Many viewers believed the men's actions were more than casual interest. Their direct entry ignored boundaries, and focus on her van resembled situations others had noticed at remote campsites. Comments said her instincts were reasonable, and that moments like this seldom happen randomly. So what were those men doing out there? Ordinary hikers passing through or something with a harder edge? And if Beth had kept her door closed, would things have ended another way? On June 17, 2024, deep in the rough Flagstone region once known as the capital of the world, Rick from the YouTube channel Murphy's Diesel takes on another off-road recovery. His channel is built around rescue jobs in places where GPS stops helping and bad choices become expensive quickly. But on this run, the job he expected to charge for would turn into something much less predictable and much more telling.
We got ourselves a recovery this morning, and it's a Ram 1500, and it's in some boulders, off-road.
Hello?
Yeah, is this Will?
Yeah.
Hey Will, this is Rick with Murphy's Towing. We're headed out to get you. Are you still stuck?
Yeah, man, I'm still here, brother. I tried kind of digging myself out a little bit and kind of broke some branches around me too a little bit, and I'm still kind of stranded.
Okay, all right, we'll stand by. We're headed that way. It looks like he's right up on this ridge right here. So I'm pretty sure we're on the right track. You could see where his pickup was really having a tough time right here. Alright, well, we're at the top of the mountain. We didn't see him anywhere. We don't have any cell signal, so we're going to walk down off of this rim right here.
Rick starts the day with one clear goal: recover a Ram 1500 stuck between huge flagstone boulders. He brings Hellboy the vehicle built for terrain exactly like this and verifies the stranded driver's position before leaving. But the ride into the hills soon suggests this recovery will not follow an easy path. As he works along the rocky ridge, the Ram finally appears in the distance, nowhere near any trail squeezed between tightening rock walls. The ground is narrower and rougher than expected, the kind of place where even walking demands care. Still, the hardest part of the job is waiting ahead.
Hey, we're up above you. You're not on a road, are you? Okay. Can you honk your horn? Can you hear us? Okay. Can you honk your horn? He's down there a ways. So I'm thinking somewhere right in here. It's all that's left from the last guy. So I've found his tracks. Look at over on the other side of us. The ground's all tore up, so we're getting close.
With no reception and no clear route, Rick contacts the driver again and has him use the horn. The weak sound carries through the stone, leading him below a huge slab where the truck had gone across open terrain. Every step shows how fast one wrong choice can become an expensive problem, or something worse.
Well, we found him. We found him, folks. So stand by for a little recovery action. Yeah. Probably take him out that way right there, and then we'll get him going downhill. Alright, so right here we're going to get some uplift to get it off of this rock, and then we're going to run snatch block off the rear to get some side pull. So I'm using a McKissick snatch block, way overkill. So here's what we got going on. Back line is going to give us lift, this is going to give us side pull. So we lift off the rock, come sideways, get it up like right here. Okay, turn your wheels to the right. Put it in neutral and hold the brakes.
Turns this way or that way.
Hold on, Craig.
Come back to the right a little bit.
How's that?
God, it's pushing that freaking rock out.
Huh?
It's pushing that big rock out.
Alright, that's good. Let off a little, Craig. Alright, hold it.
He's sliding off this rock. He's just sliding backwards.
Got it up here, somewhat level ground, stable now. I'm gonna pull forward, got my winches free spooled, and then we'll set it up here on top. Sound like a good plan? Turn your rear steer that way. Need to back up a little? Huh?
That's good.
Right there.
Once Rick gets to the ram, the size of the trap is clear. He rigs a 2-winch setup, one line for lifting, another for pulling sideways as the truck refuses to budge. The pressure is strong enough to move rock while Hellboy pulls against it. When the ram finally gets onto flatter ground, the recovery still feels unfinished.
You know how they say you can wash dishes to pay your tab?
What you gonna ask me to do?
This guy's gonna film to pay his bill, folks.
That's cool with me. This man's a hero, guys. This man's a hero. Murphy's Diesel, Murphy's Tow.
Yeah, you can. Go ahead and wrap it up. We might need it. We might need it again. Pull forward a little? Nah. We'll get Hellboy over here. We'll just stay hooked up. All right, so truck stuck again. Just as I thought, we were gonna struggle getting it out.
Then the surprise comes. Instead of giving him a bill, Rick gives the driver a camera. Will records the last pull as Hellboy drags the ram back through the trees, leading it out safely. In the end, the recovery is done, the debt is paid, and Will's voice carries the weight of his gratitude. Many viewers noted how dangerous that terrain looked and how expensive a recovery like this could become. The comments also emphasized how strange it was for someone to take a 2-wheel drive truck into land like that, making people question how quickly the situation had gotten out of hand. Some viewers questioned why the truck was that deep among the rocks at all. Was it simply a poor choice, or something that pushed him there with more urgency than he let on? Either way, the question still remains. This video is from A New Life in the Van, a UK van life channel following European travel, with emphasis on practical moments and the everyday realities of living on the road. It is November 25th of November 2024 in La Linea, near the Gibraltar border in Spain. The couple wraps up their stay at a marina campsite. They handle the usual chores, dumping waste, topping up water, and getting the van ready before leaving. The location feels calm and open, with good visibility and an organized setting. Still, their focus turns to the approaching border crossing where unfamiliar steps bring a different type of uncertainty.
See that guy that literally just came in front of our car? That happens very often. So don't get scammed by this kind of thing. He'll probably try and tell you that you can't go in. He'll try and give you some, try and tell you got to pay some money. But you don't have to pay these people anything. They're not official. Just drive straight past. Don't pull your windows down, nothing. Just keep going. We don't need to go through customs. We haven't got anything to declare. So what happens is you go through the Spanish aduana, which is the Spanish customs. You're going into the Gibraltar area. So you're going to show your passport twice. You'll cross through here, and you'll go into the Gibraltar customs area, which will take you out down there, straight down towards Casemates and the centre of Gibraltar.
They continue through the crossing. The procedure is straightforward. Once they enter the official zone, there are passport controls, regulated access, and structure. The difference between casual outside interaction and formal process becomes obvious. This scene is not about immediate danger, but awareness. Nothing grows serious and nobody is hurt, yet the attempt still exists. When traveling through places you do not know, especially near borders, uncertainty can be used to apply pressure. Here the result depends on one simple choice: ignore it and keep moving. Sometimes that alone is enough to avoid the situation. Thank you for watching. If these unsettling encounters gave you chills, press the like button and subscribe so you do not miss the next upload. Another mystery is always waiting around the corner. Sometimes the danger is not obvious, but it appears in tiny moments like this. So would you recognize it or stop without understanding why? This clip comes from Shane and Annie Adventures, an Irish van life channel showing road journeys across Europe, including ordinary travel and sudden problems. It is April 2026 outside Seville, Spain. After trouble getting into the city, they choose an overnight stop outside Seville. They leave a busier area for a quieter, isolated parking lot beside an abandoned football pitch to get signal. Although useful, the spot gives up visibility and safety for convenience. Once parked, there is almost no activity nearby, no vehicles, lighting, or movement.
Hello?
No.
Gracias.
Nada. So we are here. This park up is literally in the middle of nowhere. There was a motorbike down here at the very front, started flashing the lights at us. I don't know what he was doing. And then he pulled up beside us and he was like,
I thought he was saying damn it, which means give me.
Yeah, I know.
And I was like, he wants money.
No, because he had his phone and he was like Uber Eats or something.
You should have said yes.
Oh, well, this is what it saved us cooking. He was like, Dorian.
Maybe he's going to the French van.
Yeah, I think so.
Later, around 1 a.m., footsteps are heard outside. The noise is close and steady, suggesting someone is circling the van rather than walking past. In a place with no visible activity, that presence becomes harder to explain. With poor visibility from inside, they have only sound to trust.
Van was walking around the van, walking up and down. I did.
Because I just sleep anywhere. But now it's in my head. So let's go. This is like one of the first times
No, it is the first time.
Yeah, it is the first time that we have to move.
People say, like, when you have a gut feeling, just get up and leave because...
Turn right onto Calle Virgen de las Dolores.
The van and around the van, so I don't know what was going on. We're out in the middle of nowhere and there's nobody about, so I don't think he should be about at 1:30 in the morning.
Meters.
So we're going to go to the other park up, which is just around here, but we know there's like...
They choose to leave at once. Still in pajamas, they start the van and head toward a more populated place. The choice happens early before anything can escalate or be confirmed. This puts control ahead of answers.
We've woken up here in our little park up outside Seville. That fella walking around our van, I don't know what he was doing, but at 1:30 nobody should be walking up and down and around your van, so we decided to move over here. We had a beautiful quiet night's sleep. It took us a while to get back to sleep, but it's time to get up, get an Uber, get into the city and see what Seville has to offer. We had to move back here this morning just to do a little bit of work because this is the only spot in this little town that has Wi-Fi. But last night we could hear somebody walking around here because this is like a gravel road and they were walking up and down the van, around the van. It just didn't feel safe.
The next morning, they talk about the night. They never learn who was outside or why. Though they briefly go back to the area for signal, they decide it is not safe for sleeping overnight. Nothing major happens, but that is the point. There are no clear answers, only a strange moment and a fast decision to leave. In places like this, trusting your instinct can matter more than knowing the truth. Sometimes not knowing is already a warning, so would you stay to figure it out or leave before it gets worse? The next eerie clip comes from Desert Point Adventures, a US-based channel covering off-grid camping and remote wilderness trips. It is July 28, 2022 in Coconino National Forest, Arizona, United States. The couple makes camp several miles away from main roads. The site is purposely isolated with no nearby camps, little traffic and few access routes. The terrain has open ground, scattered structures and water tanks, but the overall view is broad and clear. The isolation is intentional.
To me, it sounded like somebody playing music from their phone.
Yeah, phone or like a personal speaker. We already had hiked down that road to do the geocache. No campsites, no people, and the road just dead end.
During a hike, distant music can be heard. The sound immediately feels out of place. In open country, noise can carry a long way, but with no visible roads or people, the source becomes hard to place. The gap between what they hear and what they can see becomes the main issue.
And then not too long after, Doug was just outside and we heard music playing in the distance. There's no other campsites around us. We didn't see anybody come down our road. It was just strange. And then we kept hearing the music kind of getting closer, like it was walking to the side of us. So we moved. And now we're here, and it's really pretty. You would hear it, and then it would stop, and it was like to me, it sounded like somebody playing music from their phone.
Yeah, phone or like a personal speaker.
And it would play for like maybe 40 seconds, and then it would stop. And the next time it would play, it would sound like it was closer, and then it would stop again. We thought maybe somebody was singing really loud, like further away. But then when we started hearing it get closer,
they stopped to evaluate the area again. There is no nearby motion, no lights, and no obvious way someone could approach. The landscape appears unchanged even as the sound repeats. That only strengthens the contradiction.
On relatively rough road. Obviously Jeep people, side-by-sides, they're going to be coming through the main road, but then we took a side forest road. It's probably for just the rancher, whoever is leasing that land, to get back to their livestock. So really, was absolutely no reason for someone to come from there. We already had hiked down that road to do the geocache. No campsites, no people, and the road just dead ends. There was no other road within a half mile of us. So it just doesn't make sense how someone was there, but right by our campsite.
If you get a weird feeling, you leave.
Listen to your gut.
Shout out to crime junkies. Be weird, be rude, stay alive. In a few hours, we have to head to Sedona. I have a engagement photo shoot there tonight. The couple's coming from Vegas, and this is the only day left that they can do the session.
Back on the rough road, normal vehicle movement would be expected only along the main route. But they had used a side forest road, a dead-end track leading to a tank likely used by a rancher reaching livestock. There is no clear reason for anyone to come from that direction. They had already checked that road earlier, seeing no campsites, no people, and confirming that it ends. After reviewing their maps, they found no other roads within half a mile and no trails nearby. In a few hours, they intend to drive towards Sedona. The road stops at a dead end and access is restricted. Anyone in the area would have needed to pass them or appear somewhere visible. The ongoing lack of a source leaves the event unresolved. The sound exists, but its origin does not. Everything about this moment feels wrong, a distinct sound without a visible source. Each detail might seem reasonable alone, but together it does not fit, especially in an open area where what you hear should also be seen. So if you heard something like that with nobody nearby, would you stay to investigate or leave before it moved closer? On October 31st, 2019, the YouTube channel Action Kid posted footage of a calm nighttime walk through Central Park's Ramble. The creator behind the channel is known for walking through different places around the world and showing viewers real everyday experiences. But this specific walk would not stay quiet for very long. Late that night, the creator, often called AK, went into the park with a flashlight, moving slowly down one of the narrow trails. Almost right away, the park seemed strangely silent. The only noises were his own footsteps and the occasional sound of leaves shifting nearby. As he continued deeper into the ramble, the quiet started to feel heavier. After a short while, his flashlight beam reached a small wooden shelter beside the path. Beneath it, someone was seated silently in the darkness. The person did not say anything or move much when the light passed across them, but the farther AK walked, the more uncomfortable the atmosphere felt. A little farther on, AK began noticing several people gathered together in the dark. It appeared to be a group of about 7 individuals standing along the path. For a moment, turning around may have crossed his mind, but doing that could have attracted attention. Instead, he chose what seemed like the safest move: keep walking normally as though nothing was wrong and pass without creating a scene. As he got closer, one man from the group stepped out and started moving toward him with obvious purpose in the dark. The tension of the scene rose immediately.
No, I'm not. I don't know where I am.
What? Can you turn that off?
Yeah, sure.
Turn the fucking light off.
Wow, this is scary. This is scary.
For a second, AK paused, not wanting to make the situation worse, and chose to switch off his flashlight. Sometimes the safest choice is not reacting too fast but staying calm and avoiding attention. So in a moment like that, would you keep going or turn around?
Turn the fucking light up. Okay, I'm scared now. Who would be wandering here? I'll just do the lowest setting.